Once you have your data analyzed, you want to display that important information using graphs and tables, while making sure there are units, labels, and colors that make sense. Graphs are the clearest way to show relationships in your data, and there are several styles to choose from. Regardless of the style of your graphs, a few things are universal to creating graphs. The text must be large enough to read from a distance. Imagine your judges standing a few feet from your display. They should be able to read your graphs without getting too close. Your colors must be legible. They should be distinguishable from each other easily and be able to print dark enough to be seen clearly. Avoid using red and green together for clarity for those with color blindness. Avoid yellow because it often does not print dark enough. It's a good idea to increase the marker and line sizes from the default in Excel to improve legibility. Avoid using three-dimensional markers that may make your graph harder to read. Your graph should be clearly labeled with values, axis titles, and units. Without values, axis titles, and units, the judges will not know what you are showing on your graph. This is a key part of science communication. Different types of graphs are used for different types of data. If you are comparing groups or categories of data, a line or bar chart would be the right choice. But if you are looking at data along a timeline or across a geographical area, for example along a stream, or showing the relationship between two variables, a scatter plot would be the best type of graph to use. Line graphs are often confused for scatter plots, but line graphs show individual points along an x-axis without using a scale to divide those data points. This type of plot would be better shown as a bar or scatter plot depending on the type of data. Some data can be presented in tables, but often graphs will be clearer. Tables are great for displaying results from multiple replicates, characteristics of your subjects in a human subjects project, and experimental conditions. Tables are typically harder to read quickly, so presenting your key results in a graph will help the judges understand your project more quickly and clearly. Some information is best shown in photos and diagrams. Showing photos and creating a sketch of your experimental setup will allow the judges to understand what you have done and will allow you to direct their attention to those photos and diagrams as you explain your methods. When possible, photos of your experiments showing what happened in your project will be helpful for judges to visualize your work. Please remember that you must have permission from people to include photos of them and that you must include photo credit for whomever took the photo, even if you took it. You will want to organize your graphs and tables on your board in the order that you will talk about them. Your work will tell a story, and you will want to be able to move through the graphs and tables in a logical way. Putting thought into how you visualize your data will pay off when the judges speak to you about your project.